They tell you to just be nice, smile more, compliment people, be agreeable. That's what gets respect, right? That's what they taught you growing up, that likability equals respect. But if you've ever lived in the real world, you already know that's a lie. Because the more you try to please people, the less they value you. The more you bend to make everyone comfortable, the more invisible you become. Respect doesn't come from kindness. It comes from power. And power doesn't have to be loud, violent, or aggressive. It's quiet. It's composed. It's the subtle pressure people feel when they realize you don't need their approval. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make people respect you, not by forcing it, but by understanding the psychological triggers that demand it. You walk into a room, and before you say a word, people are already judging you. It's not about your outfit or your job or even your looks. It's about the invisible energy you project, that tension between comfort and control. Most guys walk in like they're apologizing for existing. Their posture says, "Sorry for taking up space." Their voice says, "Please like me." But the man who commands respect walks in differently. He moves slowly. He doesn't rush to speak. His eyes scan, not in insecurity, but in awareness. He knows that presence is louder than noise. You've probably met that kind of guy before, the one who doesn't say much, but when he does, everyone shuts up and listens. That's not an accident. It's a psychological trick rooted in one principle: scarcity. When you make yourself scarce with your attention, your words, your reactions, people automatically assign more value to you. It's the same reason a diamond costs more than gravel. One is rare, the other's everywhere. Most men are gravel. They give their validation, their opinions, their emotions away too easily. You want to be the diamond. But there's a trap. Scarcity isn't about acting distant or cold. It's about self-control. You can't fake it. If you're quiet because you're scared, people sense weakness. If you're calm because you're grounded, people sense power. The difference is internal stability. When you stop reacting to every social stimulus, when you don't flinch at awkward silences or feel the urge to fill every gap, you project psychological dominance. You're not seeking connection, you're allowing it to happen on your terms. That's when respect begins to form, because people can feel the hierarchy shift without a word being said. Most men get this wrong. They chase validation like oxygen. They talk too much to prove they belong. They mirror others' emotions to stay liked. But all that does is tell people you don't value yourself enough to hold your own center. Here's a brutal truth. People can't respect a man who doesn't respect himself first. You teach others how to treat you by the energy you bring into every interaction. If you approach the world like a beggar for approval, you'll always be treated like one. So here's the first psychological trick. Not something you say or do, but something you stop doing. Stop over-explaining yourself. Every time you justify your choices, you tell the other person you need their permission. Respect dies in justification. Power lives in quiet conviction. When someone questions you, "Why'd you do that?" or "Why are you being so serious?" you don't owe them a monologue. A calm, "Because that's what I decided," says more than 5 minutes of excuses ever could. People respect conviction. They crave it. They want someone to anchor to. The world is full of uncertainty, and humans instinctively seek stability. When you embody calm certainty, even if others disagree with you, they start to orbit your frame. That's the essence of respect. Gravitational pull. You become the one people adjust themselves around. But here's where it gets interesting. Respect isn't built by dominance alone. If you only project control, you become intimidating, not respected. Real respect has a paradoxical ingredient: restraint. It's knowing you could dominate, verbally, socially, emotionally, but you choose not to. The man who can destroy but doesn't commands more reverence than the one who simply can't. People respect potential energy more than kinetic force. They respect the man who's holding back, not the one who's trying to prove he's powerful. Think of a lion. It doesn't need to roar every 5 seconds to remind the jungle who's in charge. Its presence does the talking. You want that same energy, quiet, self-contained, unbothered. The more you need people to see your strength, the weaker you actually are. True power is invisible until it's tested. And that's another trick: composure under pressure. When something goes wrong, a confrontation, an insult, a rejection, watch how people react. Most lose control instantly. Their emotions spill out, their tone rises, they start explaining, defending, proving. But the man who remains still while chaos unfolds, he becomes magnetic. People respect the one who doesn't get pulled into the current. You've probably seen this in leaders or mentors, that calm under fire that makes everyone else steady themselves. That's no accident. It's a form of psychological dominance that says, I'm not controlled by circumstances. I control my response. So here's a challenge. Next time you feel that spike of anxiety, when someone challenges you, interrupts you, mocks you, don't react. Don't flinch. Breathe once and let silence do the heavy lifting. Most people can't handle silence. It exposes insecurity. But when you hold it, calmly, confidently, it shifts the entire dynamic. That's how respect is earned, not asked for. You'll notice people start behaving differently around you. They'll lower their tone, they'll listen longer, they'll rephrase their words, not because you demanded it, but because they feel something, that unspoken awareness that you're not one of them. You operate on a different frequency. You're not seeking equality, you're defining the standard. And the irony? The moment you stop chasing respect is when you finally get it. Because respect isn't a goal, it's a byproduct. It's what people give to those who don't need it. But there's one more level to this: the psychology of unpredictability. And this is where the game changes. When you understand the psychology of respect, everything changes. You stop chasing approval and start radiating power without saying a word. People feel it. They sense that calm confidence in you, that quiet strength that doesn't need to prove anything. That's the kind of energy that makes others respect you, follow you, and even fear losing your presence. The truth is, respect isn't earned through effort. It's earned through self-control. The less you try to make people see your value, the more they'll feel it. So stop talking about who you are. Start showing it in how you move, how you pause, how you don't react. That's where real masculine energy lives, in silence, in certainty, in discipline. And if this hits something inside you, that feeling that you're meant to be sharper, calmer, more unshakable, then you're exactly where you need to be. Subscribe to the channel right now, because we don't do soft motivation here. We break down the dark, the real, and the brutally honest psychology of becoming untouchable. Welcome to your next evolution.